Are we going?
You're live.
Did it flip over to me? Or did it flip over to you?
Hi, how are you? It didn't flip over.
Okay.
Somebody had to come in and do this thing.
So now the second half, Ray comes down, Christian comes down, and we are sitting there, we're yelling, and Ray's favorite saying was?
Squirrel him.
Nope. No, Ray came yelling.
Crown his ass.
Nope. Nope, Ray.
Hey.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
You guys know Wolf of Wall Street when he goes, we're not leaving. We're not fucking leaving. When he's on the sales floor and he tells everybody he's not leaving. But it applied to that because once I went and sat next to you, that's when we started winning.
Yes.
So I go, I'm not leaving. And then there's some guy next to me who goes, we get it. You're not leaving.
Yeah. He's like, you're not leaving. You're not leaving.
Dude, my other favorite saying was, I think you missed it. It was at the other spot. I was with these frat daddies. I don't know how they were rich enough to get these season tickets. But anytime it'd be a problem. Like if we missed the field goal, I'd say, that's on us, boys. Crowd's got to be better. That's on us. That one's on us, boys. And I would point to our section or whatever. And so then if it was a missed field goal, sometimes when I didn't feel like the offense had enough, I said, that one's on us. That one's on us, boys. And it's like I was trying to take ownership of it, but it was obviously the team's fault.
But then when you came down to my seats, you were telling it to the little kid in front of us, like they scored, and he goes, that's on you. You did that. You did that. High five. You did that. That's on you.
When we scored. When we scored.
You're like, that's on you. And then they would mess them up and be like, that's on us, guys. We got to be better. We got to be better. And there was two chicks sitting behind us, and they were sitting the whole time. And Ray kept going, oh, sorry. Do you need us to move? We'll create a window. She's like, yeah, I rolled both my ankles. I can't stand up. And Ray goes, okay, window. And then I would forget about the damn chicks behind us. And Ray would be like, dude, you got to create a window. You got to create a window. And then yell, we're not leaving. We're not leaving. We're not leaving. We're not fucking leaving. And then Ray, then another favorite saying of the night, smack him in the mouth. Smack him in the mouth. Come on, Bo, smack him in the mouth.
Hey, guys, that originates from just being a hard-ass Northern guy. I mean, if it ain't working, if you're not winning, your field goal kicker, I don't know what his pansy ass was doing, all of a sudden you just got to smack him in the mouth.
And here's the bad part, is leading into halftime, I look at my phone, and I am down to like 7%. And someone told me there was a charging station inside Neyland Stadium. So I go walking the concourse for like 20 minutes.
And that concourse, you can get lost. Not lost, but it just goes and goes and goes and goes. Just like the Energizer Bunny.
It is a freaking huge-ass stadium. And I walk, and I'm like, man, that ain't it. I can't find it. So I walk the other way. Can't find it. So I finally text Bay, and I'm like, Bay, I need the charger. She has this portable charger with her.
That's what the text was. It said, yes. I need the charge.
I need the charger because I'm down at 7%. I'm going to be dead, and I'm going to have no way to live my life without my phone when I get out of this game.
Dude, I'm glad she handled all that stuff, the technicalities. She had us so that we were able to find you. She made it so that our friends were able to meet up with you and get the tickets, and she gave you a charger.
Yes, and so Ray brought it to me at halftime, and so it was in my pocket the whole second half. And then Ray looks at me about, into the third quarter, and he's on the phone. I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, we're making plans to leave early. And I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, we're just figuring out what time we're going to leave the game early. And he gets off the phone, and he was like, so when there's 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter, we're out of here.
Hey, guys, I've said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times. The always leave early theory. Nothing at the very end of the game will be worth waiting it and sitting in traffic and not getting Ubers. Always leave early. Over to you.
And when 10 minutes get to the clock, he starts walking out, and the guy behind him goes, wait, I thought you weren't leaving. I thought you weren't leaving.
And then I leave 10 minutes early. I didn't even know the irony of all that, dude.
And he goes, hey, everybody, he's leaving. He's leaving.
Coach, in the moment, I never realized how funny that was. I left 10 minutes early. He's leaving. He's leaving.
He's leaving.
Because he was a loud ass too, and he was then making fun of me, but he did it in a funny way.
Funny way.
Okay,
hilarious.
That's funny, dude.
And
props to that guy, fellow brother.
I had a dilemma in my life at that moment in time because I'm by myself. And Ray and his friend, and they're all leaving. And I'm like, do I stay for this last 10 minutes? Or do I subscribe to Ray's theory of always leave early?
ALE.
And I did the ALE. I left early because they were up by 10 points, and I was like, okay, there's not really a chance for Kentucky to come back.
Let me get you some round of applause.
So I'm going to do the ALE. I'm going to leave early. I'm going to walk out of this stadium with Ray, Bay, Christian, and Jiminy. I don't remember her name.
Emily.
And I'm going to be happy with it because I'm going to my Uber, my hotel is like 7-8 miles from the stadium, so I need an Uber. I can't walk it, can't hoof it, can't figure it out. I need to go. And so we go outside the stadium and we start trying to call an Uber. Can't get an Uber.
And this category is, so usually there's like a voice narrator that says, "These were the good times." Here's the voice narrator. "These were the bad times."
This is where it all went south.
This is where it all went to shit, dude.
This is where the night absolutely turned into one of the most dreadful nights of my life. One of these nights where you're just like, when is it ever going to end? This is where it begins. So we walk a few blocks, and Emily's able to get an Uber for them, and she gets a 4-person Uber to go back to their Airbnb. And I'm like, oh, well, if you got an Uber, I'll be able to get one, no problem. So I keep hitting it. Nothing. And they get in the Uber, and they're like, hey, we're going to go to the Airbnb. You want to come back and party? I'm like, nah, guys, I'll just get my Uber to my hotel. No problem. I'll see you guys back on Monday.
Dude, thank God you didn't come. I went straight to bed.
And
I would have had to entertain. I'm a people pleaser. I would have stayed up another 2 hours.
No. It would have been awesome if I came. You could have gone straight to bed, and it still would have been better what happened to me. It still would have been a lot better than what happened to my ass.
These are the bad times.
So I'm sitting there, and I'm just hitting Uber, Lyft, Uber, Lyft, Uber, Lyft. And it's like, there are no available nearby drivers. No drivers nearby. We will connect you with a driver in 17 minutes. 17 minutes goes by, and it says, oh, no drivers available. Try again later. And I just keep hitting it and hitting it. And Ray texted me, hey, we just got to the Airbnb. And I said, man, it's been like 28 minutes. I was like, I'm still waiting on an Uber. Can't find one. He goes, I'll send my guy back to you.
All right, here's the video of you homeless on the side of the road when we're pulling off, leaving your ass.
If you want, I will come just after 11 minutes. I will come take a seat.
I'm homeless, don't worry.
Coach is just sitting on a cinder block, no friends, nobody, no apps that work.
Nobody talking to me. Everybody just walking by me. And the funny part is when we're standing there waiting for the Ubers, every person that walks by, any co-ed, Ray's like, hey, my buddy here is looking for a sorority party.
Hey, my buddy you.
Hey, and he points at me, hey, my buddy here is looking for a frat party.
Dude,
hey.
these kids are barely 21, these dudes. I'm like, bros. We got any frat parties that we can line up for tonight? What do you guys think?
He's like, hey, we got a 43-year-old over here looking for a frat party. And the guy goes, well, I mean, the 2 girls could come. I mean, we welcome the beautiful ladies in our house.
So we got shut down.
And we're like, all right. And Ray just kept going, hey, ladies, you guys know any sorority parties? This dude wants to come. And they're all sorority girls just looking. I was like, what are these creeps doing? So Ray gets in the Uber. And I'm like, all right. So that guy's going to come back for me. So I wait another 20 minutes. So now we're at 45 damn minutes. I've been sitting there trying to get an Uber.
Guys, I was being funny. We weren't actually going to go to a frat or sorority party,
well,
guys.
I mean, here's the thing. I thought we were going to a frat party. Can I be honest with you? I thought we were going to the fraternity house because Christian, the guy that you're with, he was in a frat at the University of Tennessee.
Correct.
And he told me that it is the alumni's right that they're allowed to go back to the frat house at any time they want. He said when
that would have been so bad.
He said when he was in college, he said every weekend morning I'd get a knock on the front door at 8 a.m. and it'd be some older dude saying, hey, man, I'm going to put my beer in the fridge. And they would put their beer in the fridge at the frat house, and it was people that had graduated before them. It was alumni. He was like, so I can go and park my truck on the grass at the fraternity house. That's my right as an alumni.
Dope.
And I said, so you're telling me we can walk to that frat house and we get to go inside? He's like, it's my right as an alumni.
His right to bring stragglers?
I don't know. Then after the game, he's like, actually, we're not going to do that. I'm like, wait. You told me all night that we're going to the frat house. And I wanted it to be so awkward when these grown-ass 40-year-olds show up at the frat house and like, who the f are these guys?
Who the fuck are these guys? It's all right, man.
And he said at the beginning, when it first started happening, when he lived in the frat house, he was like, this is so weird. These dudes coming back and putting their beer in our fridge like they own the place.
And it was going to be us.
And then he goes, after about 6 months, I was like, that's pretty damn cool. That they just come back and they can use the facilities and they can do whatever they want because they lived here too.
Dude, can you imagine that, though? That would be the annoying one. Can we put our beer in your fridge? Oh, there's no room, but yeah, let's make some. What's another annoying one?
And did you write your name on it? What? Hey, who's Jeremy? Oh, he's that alumni guy, dude. Don't touch his beer. He gets mad.
Hey, has anybody seen that truck outside with the paint? It's got the paint buckets and the ladder. Whose is it? Oh, it's an alumni's. Like, it's taking up 4 spots. I mean, I get it's his right, but it's my right to not have to park 5 blocks down the street. Like, what?
Yeah, so then I'm like, all right, so they're gone. I'm 45 minutes in. I'm like, you know what? There's too much traffic here. And here's the thing. Cell phone reception, like I said earlier, is non-existent at this university.
Yeah, it's really, you think about it, guys. 100,000 people in one spot. There's maybe 2 cell phone towers. We're all fighting for those towers.
And I don't know how many Uber and Lyft drivers there are in the city of Knoxville, but there's not a damn enough. Not enough.
These were the bad times.
So then I'm like, I got to get out of here. I got to get out of the campus. I got to walk and figure out how to get an Uber or Lyft away from here. Get out of the traffic. Get out of all these damn people. So I walk.
That's what I was effing telling you the whole time, but nobody would listen to me. I said, guys,
you guys got one up right away.
We lucked out, but I was saying the point of us leaving early is to get you got to act like that stadium's on fire. Guys, this is an evacuation. This is a mass evacuation. We've got to get away from the burning building that is the stadium because that's how you get the Ubers.
Well, I just kept walking and walking. I walked by all these freaking houses that are having parties. The freaking beer bottles are on the ground, in the grass, trucks all up on the grass, people with sheets hanging from the front porch making fun of Mark Stoops.
It's their right. What's the joke there?
I was like, they say stuff about the opposing team. You go to any, and it's like Mark Stoops likes hairy kitties or something like that.
Wow, that's funny.
I think that's what I remember. I don't know. And I mean, they're playing beer pong. There's just parties. Music is blaring. One house had a fire in the front yard.
It's their right. If the guy comes over and wants to start a fire in the front yard, it's his right.
Hey, one dude standing there with 3 chicks around the fire, and my old ass is just trucking it. I wanted to ask him for a drink. Hey, guys, you guys got an extra beer? Who the hell are you, you creep? All right, never mind.
I'm trying to think. Temperature-wise, did you break us? Was it to the point where you're taking sweatshirts off, you're breaking a sweat?
No.
Because you'd walk so far.
No, it was kind of cool out. It was a nice, brisk air. And so I walk about 2 miles, and I got to piss. And I'm like, I'm going to pee.
Dude, I pissed all over that campus.
No.
I didn't.
And there's a cop running the stoplight. And I'm like, well, there's nowhere to pee around. So I find some building, and I go pee behind an emergency vet building.
Well, great. I'm sure that owner had an awesome Monday morning. It smells like piss and beer and urine again.
And I walk a total of 2 miles from that campus.
We were trying to help you all along. We saw you were at Holiday Inn Express. I remember asking Christian, I said, hey, is it too far of a walk? And he said, tell him not to walk.
No. I knew it was too far to walk when I got 2 miles away.
Yeah, it's 13 miles. Tell him to not fucking walk it. I map quested it. It wasn't even close to walkable. And Christian's like, God, no, dude. Tell him to go any other option but walking it. City bus.
Dude, I had walked 2 miles. And I was literally at the entrance ramp of the highway.
I mean, at that point, you can't walk any farther.
And that means I can't walk any farther. I'm like, okay, this is my spot.
I evacuated the fire in the building.
I was at 1819 Ayler Avenue. Okay?
Got the text.
And I start trying to call an Uber and a Lyft. Uber or Lyft. And it's like, oh, your driver's 12 minutes away. I'm like, hell yeah, here we go. Your driver is 14 minutes away. No. Going the wrong way. Traffic, okay. Your driver's 8 minutes away. Okay, cool. Oh, your driver is 22 minutes away. No, well, it's turning around. It's going the wrong way. We're going to have to find you another driver. Okay. Guys, I sat on the side of the road for 2 hours. 2 hours. I left the stadium at 11 p.m. and I sat, and my phone is just, the battery is just dying. I am down to 14%. I've had like 6 Uber and Lyft drivers cancel on me or them not be able to find me a driver. I'm texting Ray, and he's like, man, you gotta let me know when you get to the hotel, because ever since that kid
Stop. What did we learn? Always check on your bros that they got home safely.
Ever since that kid went in the river, I get a little nervous. I was like, Ray, there is no river here. Well, there actually is a river. I walked right over the damn thing, okay?
So always check in. You're never too cool to check in on your boys.
And I am just sitting there, and I'm got a sweatshirt on. I have an extra jacket that I got from LG. And I had resigned to the fact that I was going to be sleeping on the side of the road that night. I had come to the conclusion that I was going to lay right next to that emergency vet in Knoxville, Tennessee.
You were there for like 8 hours, and you already were fine and accepting the fact that you were going to be homeless in Knoxville.
Yeah.